Welcome back, everybody. Keeping women safe and helping them to protect themselves. That's the goal of a free women's self-defense class that the Southington Police Department is holding this month.
I'm excited to learn. Now, spots for this class filled up pretty quickly, but they're going to keep doing it, and it's an important topic. So we want you to gather around the TV. We're going to show you a few things. Here with us now are Officer Christopher Laporte, Officer Paul Karuba, and the very tall 6'5" Officer Michael Morley.
I ain't kicking him, that's for sure.
No, but this is the question that so many women have is that, you know, you think you can really help us understand how to defend ourselves, because a lot of times there might be someone bigger than you trying to hurt you.
True, and that's why we do the self-defense techniques with the women. It's something they really enjoy.
Yeah.
Not just the self-defense part of it, but a lot of times they like the exercise. We get some exercise out of it, and you're learning, so they really enjoy it.
Quickly, let's just address the recent rash of handbag thieves. You say it's just property. Let it go.
Let it go.
Let it go.
It's not worth the life.
The technique is actually you want to just throw your handbag and run the opposite direction, so that in case like that we can replace. But often what you were telling us during the break is that sometimes an attacker will go for the throat of a woman. That's very common, right? So show us a little bit what would happen and then what we would learn in these classes.
So if someone's being choked, the first thing, obviously, you don't have much time because you're being choked. So a quick strike to the ears. If you ever get hit in the ears, your ears ring. And what you're doing is you're throwing the person off of what they're trying to do to you. They're trying to attack you. You would strike, hit them in the ears. That throws them off. The next move, you come down, and now you're coming through with the elbow, palm heel, and the knee.
Okay.
Wow.
So we're gonna do it. So they're gonna teach me. Okay. So I know normally these classes are happening in February, 6:30 to 8, and you do all 4 classes. But you're gonna do them again because it would take some time to learn. So in a couple of minutes, let me just see if I could absorb a little bit what you said.
So you're gonna choke her. I'm not sure what to do.
Okay. All right. So someone's choking me. I want to
strike
slam
to the
your ears like that.
Yep. Now you want to raise your right hand up. Raise it up.
Okay.
Turn your body. Turn and push down.
Push down.
Now he's here, so you're going to start to turn towards him. Elbow, because you're right here.
An elbow, I'm like in the jaw.
And then you're using a palm heel strike, so you don't break your hand.
This?
There you go. As you turn, and the knee right to the groin.
Wow, she's good at this.
Okay.
Yes.
I'm so sorry, Officer Laporte.
So the most important thing is that move to get them off of your throat. So
and you know what, the thing is about these classes, like, you need to do that a few times so that you don't have to think so hard when it's happening, because you're going to be terrified. So you're going to teach us so it becomes a little bit more second nature.
A lot of repetition.
Muscle memory, really, ultimately.
Do you find that the women that are coming to the class have already encountered a type of, and they you know, or they are just, this is self-defense mechanisms, so God forbid.
I think it's more information-based. Like and a lot of them don't disclose. Like they'll say privately, like, hey, I went through something previously where I was victimized in some way. We don't really ask. We don't really want to pry further information. But a lot of what we see, probably 75%, is they want to just get information. They want to put themselves in a proactive situation just in case that down the line there's a situation that they could have their safety compromised, and they want to have strategies to help keep themselves safe ultimately. I
mean, it'd be a great thing for moms and daughters to do together.
We see a lot
is there a minimum age or something? Like, I would want my teen daughter, as she starts to go out by herself, to learn some self-defense.
We usually do like 15 years old.
Okay.
And
so
up.
Yeah.
So
wow, how 15 and up?
15.
Yeah. Okay.
Because
That's good.
You have college coming up, so we want to emphasize that age group because college is important, and sometimes you'll see those situations where they want to keep themselves safe. So 15 to 16 is where we'll start.
All right, and the commitment, they have to come to all 4 classes.
All 4 classes.
Yes, all 4.
And why is that? Just to make sure that they...
Just to keep the techniques going. A lot of it's repetition, a lot of practicing. And you got to keep practicing to understand it. If you only come 1 out of the 4 classes or 2,
you got to be in it to win it.
Yes. The curriculum is continuous.
Okay. It keeps getting
the curriculum
more and more.
builds.
And so we have time for just a little bit more. I'm thinking, Officer Morley, you're much taller than me. Like, what could I possibly do if you were coming at me?
Paul, you want to go with something different? Bear hug, maybe?
So what would, like what? Just...
Well, you tell me, what's another simple thing we could, hopefully people could get exposed
Well,
to?
another thing, people try to grab the wrist, right?
Oh, okay.
So you grab my wrist. So it's, always look at the thumb, all right? The thumb, where the thumb is, because you never want to try to pull towards his hands.
Oh, pull the opposite way.
Towards the thumb. So you come up right into a palm heel strike.
Ah.
You see where the thumb is? Because the thumb can't grab your hand. It's only your thumb.
Where all his 4 fingers could.
But if I go this way, he's going to be able to grab me. So what I'm doing is he's pulling me, and I'm struggling. Eventually, I'm going to come up and just give it to him. As I'm giving it to him.
And then ideally, I want to get my heel like right in your hand.
Yes, right
and then
under
run.
the chin. Yes.
Always.
Run.
And should we be screaming and making lots of noise if we can?
If you can, but the main thing is when you strike, run. We're not.
Strike, run.
Yeah,
Strike,
we're not
run.
trying.
The only thing real quick about screaming is breathing is really
you gotta
important in that situation. So you want to make sure your breathing is controlled, and if you're screaming, you're allocating a lot of your energy into
I can
that.
just imagine there's so much going on
At once.
It must be difficult to remember this, but these classes can actually help, and with the retention and the practice, it can really be a lifesaver.
Yes.
And we're not
Yes.
teaching them to stay and fight. We're teaching them to create the space to get away.
Get away.
Right.
Right,
Get
right.
away. Okay.
Yeah, let the property go and get
Right.
away.
Safety
Just want to save
strategy.
your
Yes.
life. Yeah.
Yes.
All right.
Okay.
I just want to say I can kick all your guys' butts.
We believe it.
Hey, Scott.